In the quiet town of Wise County, Virginia, a young boy named Napoleon Hill grew up among rolling hills and simple people. His father was a modest man who worked hard to make ends meet, and his stepmother saw something extraordinary in him, a spark of curiosity, a hunger for something greater than the dusty roads around him. It was she who handed him his first typewriter, telling him that words could change his destiny. That moment planted a seed that would later grow into one of the greatest minds of success philosophy the world had ever known. As a teenager, Napoleon became a reporter, writing stories for small newspapers. But his ambition was far bigger than small-town news. One day, he received an assignment that would alter the course of his life, to interview Andrew Carnegie, one of the richest men in the world. Carnegie saw something in the young man: fire, intelligence, and sincerity. He challenged him with a proposal to dedicate his life to studying the world's most successful people and discover the common principles that led to greatness. Carnegie offered no money, only the opportunity and his personal endorsement. Hill accepted, beginning a lifelong quest that would take him through interviews with the most powerful and influential people of his time. For over 20 years, Napoleon Hill studied more than 500 of the most successful individuals: Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, Alexander Graham Bell, and countless others. Through countless hours of interviews and reflection, he discovered that success was not a matter of luck or background. It was a mindset, a set of universal laws that anyone could learn, live, and master. These discoveries would later form the foundation of his life's work, Think and Grow Rich and the Law of Success. He found that the first and most vital principle was desire. Every great achievement began with a burning desire, a dream so strong that it refused to fade. Without it, he realized, no man could move mountains or build empires. Desire, he said, must be clear and definite, not a vague wish. Henry Ford wanted to build a car for the common man, and he never stopped until the Model T rolled off the assembly line. Thomas Edison wanted to bring light into every home, and even after 10,000 failed experiments, he refused to quit. Hill learned that such desire transforms into energy that fuels persistence and faith. Faith, he wrote, is the second great secret, not just belief in a higher power, but faith in one's own abilities and in the unseen power of the mind. He saw that successful people visualized their success long before it became real. They created mental pictures so vivid that the subconscious mind worked tirelessly to make them true. Hill began teaching that faith could be strengthened through repetition, affirming thoughts of success until they became part of one's being. Another powerful discovery came in the form of the mastermind principle. No one ever achieved greatness alone. Every leader surrounded himself with people who shared his vision, who contributed knowledge and support. Hill saw that when two or more minds came together in harmony, a third invisible mind, greater than either individual, was formed. That collective energy produced ideas, courage, and momentum that no one person could summon alone. It was the power of unity and purpose, the invisible force behind every major enterprise. He also uncovered the principle of specialized knowledge. Education alone, he realized, was not power. It was organized knowledge directed toward a specific purpose that created power. Henry Ford never finished school, yet he gathered experts around him who understood what he did not. Hill wrote that successful people did not need to know everything. They only needed to know where to find the knowledge they required and how to use it effectively. But even with knowledge and desire, many people failed because they lacked persistence. Hill called persistence the twin brother of faith. It was the quality that separated winners from dreamers. He remembered stories of people who quit just one step away from success, while those who persisted despite ridicule, delay, and defeat eventually triumphed. To Hill, persistence was the ultimate test of character, the universe's way of asking how badly you really want your dream. He also spoke of imagination, the workshop of the mind. Every invention, every great fortune, began as a simple idea. The imagination, when guided by purpose, could create worlds. Hill encouraged people to use both fantastic imagination, which rearranges old ideas into new combinations, and creative imagination, which taps into infinite intelligence, the mysterious source of inspiration and intuition. To him, imagination was not a luxury but a necessity for progress. Another of his philosophies revolved around decision. Hill found that successful people make decisions quickly and change them slowly. Failure-minded people, on the other hand, hesitate, procrastinate, and often let opportunities slip away. The ability to decide, firmly and without fear, was a mark of leadership. He warned that indecision was the thief of opportunity and the breeding ground of doubt. As the years went on, Hill's philosophy grew deeper. He began to teach about controlling the mind through autosuggestion, the practice of feeding the subconscious with positive thoughts and emotions until they shape reality. He taught that the mind was both a servant and a master. If left uncontrolled, it would breed fear, doubt, and poverty, but if guided properly, it could lead to abundance and happiness. In his later years, after facing financial ruin, heartbreak, and loss, Hill realized that adversity was also a teacher. He wrote that within every failure lies the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Setbacks, he said, are not meant to destroy but to strengthen and guide us. He had seen too many men rise from ruin to success because they refused to accept defeat as final. He believed that temporary failure was the universe's way of clearing the path for something greater. Even after he achieved fame with Think and Grow Rich, Hill never stopped studying the human spirit. He lived through personal struggles, depression, and periods of doubt, yet he continued preaching the same truth, that success begins in the mind. Wealth, relationships, happiness, all were reflections of inner thoughts and beliefs. His message was that anyone, regardless of background or circumstance, could rise to greatness by mastering the power of their thoughts. Napoleon Hill's teachings spread far beyond his lifetime. Generations of entrepreneurs, thinkers, and dreamers used his philosophies to transform their lives. His words became mantras for millions. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. It was more than a slogan, it was a declaration of human potential. In the end, Hill's success was not just in wealth or fame but in legacy. He taught people that success was a spiritual journey, guided by belief, purpose, and persistence. His voice still echoes through time, reminding us that every thought shapes our destiny, and that greatness is born in the quiet conviction of the mind. The boy from Virginia had proven that with desire, faith, and purpose, anyone could think and grow rich.